Hi there, my name is Adele and I'm from Naked.Recovery. I want to make a video just talking a little bit about life after divorce and some of the things that I see people do that I really wouldn't recommend. So for a lot of us that experience divorce trauma, we kind of want to lose that stigma and that shame associated with the big D word, right? So for a lot of people, we just couple up too quickly following divorce, and the process that we go on to start dating and go through the dating experience often lacks due diligence. In that attempt to no longer feel lonely and to kind of lose that stigma, people couple up way too fast. And when they start to see red flags developing, they don't break up with that person fast enough. Often because they don't want to go through that kind of breakup experience again, where they start to get a complex where they think, I'm the source of all problems in my relationship moving forward. So the best thing you can actually do is to really prioritize recovering when you have gone through a divorce. Really focus on understanding what exactly went wrong there, and knowing yourself, understanding your character, and understanding how you tick. A lot of studies actually show that the more compatible you are with your partner, that compatibility really predicts longevity in relationships. And when you have that lacking of compatibility, it can predict divorce. So 7 years is about the period of time that people can keep up appearances. And after about 7 years, that's the maximum period people have that pretense going. And then people settle into who they really are. And that's when you start to see big compatibility challenges. In our marriage program, I see a lot of couples that really have no business being together. And obviously there were a lot of red flags and signs from the get-go, but they stepped over it because they didn't want to be alone, or they stepped over it because they didn't actually want that stigma of divorce. So doing due diligence post-divorce is a really vital component to success moving forward. How to date smart is really understanding the principles of who you are as a person and what needs you have to make you happy. And when you focus on dating from a perspective of this person, this character that I'm with, how is this person going to meet my needs? And is this the right character that meshes with my character for longevity? Whether they look a particular way or have a particular amount of money, or they come from a particular background or religion, or they have a political preference that you enjoy, that actually doesn't predict longevity in relationships at all. It's those vital character traits that we have to get right from the get-go. The next thing is, don't take people at face value. You know, people really will do whatever they can to get into a relationship. And the amount of lying and disingenuous behavior that over time with many, many clients that I work with is staggering. And people take people at face value. So just because somebody says they're a particular way, it doesn't mean that they're a particular way. What you really need to check are their actions. And you need a process to conduct due diligence where you are double checking that what they say lines up with their actions and there's congruence in the picture. The minute you start to see a lack of congruency, that's a red flag. And you need to take actions to really protect yourself when you start to spot those red flags. And it's staggering that people spend more time purchasing a company and going through those steps of due diligence when they purchase a company, as opposed to when we actually choose like our life partner that we can spend our life with. So don't make that mistake. Make sure that you double check what people are showing you. And if somebody is showing you who they are, believe them. Don't cling to the expectation or the false hope or the ghost of the past or the face value description that they've given you or what they said. Check what they've actually shown you. The next thing that is key is you've got to make sure that you are in a position where you can regulate your own emotions. If you're in a relationship and expecting the other person to help center you, ground you, or regulate your emotions, you are going to be captive for narcissists, perpetrators, coverts, coercive control people like psychopaths, because you are basically dating dumb. Make sure that you can regulate your own emotions so that if somebody shows you a red flag, you have the courage or convictions to walk away, and not dating from that place where, oh, I don't want to be alone, and I don't want to have this pain, and I don't want to go through this torture. And now you must stay in this disadvantageous position because of those feelings. If you can regulate your emotions and make yourself happy and fulfilled with or without a relationship, you're in the best position to be able to find your soulmate and call in the one. And then finally, get a purpose. People that are successful in dating and successful in finding their soulmate have a very clear direction and purpose in their lives. Having purpose basically means that with or without a relationship, you're fulfilled, you're driven, you know who you are, you can regulate your emotions, you understand yourself, you are excited about life every day, you have a reason to get up in the morning. You're not living for a relationship or living for being coupled up or living for pleasing somebody else or mediating somebody. This stuff is really important. So I think in terms of life after divorce, make sure you steer clear of those mistakes and get to the source of why your relationship didn't work out, and make sure that in the future you date smart. So if you want to find out more about our smart dating program or our Naked Divorce Recovery programs, book a clarity call on our website, and we'll talk you through the different programs and their offerings that can help you get to a place of empowerment.